Are you a deviant? You know, like those of us who binge watch serial killer programs, laugh at the stupid shit people do, and revel in anything adult? Well, you found your people. Join us as we crack open the door to the padded cell and release the insanely stupid, the weirdly wonderful, and those who choose to live outside societal norms. We'll delve into the strange, the macabre, the sexy, and the outrageous. So if you're a deviant, then you have your place with us in the padded cell. Hello and welcome to episode 40 of the Padded Cell podcast. I'm Vicky.
I'm Nancy.
I'm Ryan.
Did you forget who you were?
I forgot where I was for a second. Sorry.
He was just trying to turn his laptop on.
I did say that we were rolling, but I think you're just too busy talking to hear me.
I was turning my laptop on. I got carried away.
You turn your laptop on, you're all right now?
Yeah.
Gave her a little.
So, as it's episode 40 and another little landmark episode, won't be long until it's a yeah, guys. We've brought Ryan on again.
Captain Knobhead.
Captain Knobhead. We're going to have to get you a cap. With like a little knob.
Can I have a cape?
And get you a cape, yeah.
Yeah, excellent.
And get your cape with like wire in it, so it's permanently just like that wafting behind you.
I loved having a cape when I was Wonder Woman.
You what?
I liked having a cape when I was Wonder Woman.
That picture of you as Wonder Woman, girl. Honest to God.
She was a hot Wonder Woman.
Smoking. Honestly.
Someone stole my cape and I had to leave early.
You could lasso me with your golden rope anytime.
I had to go and retrieve my cape off someone while they were at
Was it Ryan?
No.
Was he running around the club with your cape on?
No, I stayed.
One of the guys, and I was like, I need my cape. Because it was hired and I had to take it back, so I couldn't just leave it.
So you had to
So I had to retrieve it whilst he was mid-sex.
So you just like dived into like a group situation, just plucked out your cape. Went, see you later.
Thanks,
Thank you.
Love you, bye.
Give it a quick inspection, a little shake.
Yeah. Tired. It'll go in the wash.
A wipe will sort that out. It's okay.
Lily Bazaar's watching this going, fuck's sake.
It's a joke.
It's not.
That was a good night, though.
It was, wasn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Right. Anyway, so before we get ourselves into trouble with the fancy dress hire shop, today is going to be the 20th of June when this goes out.
Nearly your birthday.
4 days before my birthday. We've already said that.
My wedding anniversary.
I can't, but that'll be 2 years, won't it?
Yeah.
Fucking mad that. Can't believe it's been 2 years since you got married. It feels like yesterday.
Yeah.
And you weren't even around.
No, I wasn't even.
I mean, obviously you was born,
No.
you know.
Yeah.
But you weren't part of our little gang then, were you? Look at you
the
now
clique.
on the podcast.
We're one of us.
You're not just part of the gang, you're on the fucking podcast.
I'm in it.
Yeah. Do you feel a bit special? Not in a special way.
I always feel like that. I always feel like that. Well, yeah, I do. I'm very honest.
Good.
Very.
So now that this is like, I don't know how many times you've been on this now, you just come up with some ideas for your next Patreon, mate, because me and Nance are drawing a blank here for my birthday. We need some birthday Patreon ideas. So no pressure. Loads of pressure. All on you. Okay.
Well, I think so.
Prove yourself on the podcast.
Are we mobile with the cameras yet?
Yeah. Can be.
Okay.
You're doing POV.
Right, anyway, right, so 20th of June, 4 days before my birthday. And fucking hell.
Hooray!
What have I missed? I'm trying to, host a podcast here. I'm trying to be professional.
You'll find out on your birthday.
Oh, okay.
Hip hip.
Hooray.
Be louder than that.
Okay, not looking forward to this quite so much now. Anyway, so
you might.
20th of June, Jaws was released. Have a guess what year? How old do you think Jaws is?
Was it in the
like
80s?
film.
Early 80s, wasn't it?
You think early 80s?
I'd say 80s.
When was Jaws released, Calvin?
I think it was 1976.
It was released 4 days before my birthday, 20th of June, 1975.
Whoa,
Was it
you
that
close
old?
there, Carl Dog?
1975, though. I mean, if it didn't feel old already. Jaws, I mean, when I watch Jaws now and you see Jaws come out the water, you can practically see all the mechanisms and everything.
Yeah.
And a little juddery mouth get in a really, really bad way. Back in the day, I was like fucking terrified of that film.
Yeah.
Now I look back on it and it looks like it's nearly 50 years old. And that just makes me feel nearly 50 years old.
Our Satan loves it.
Does he?
But he used to call it George. Thought the shark was
I
called
think
George.
I prefer that more.
Yeah.
Actually, George. So yeah, so that means that I am also 49 next birthday, but it's okay. It's fine. It's all fine.
As young as you feel.
Well, some people say you're as young as the fella or girl that you feel. That makes me 59. So we won't go there with that one.
Big
Anyway.
birthdays next year.
Sorry?
Big birthdays
Yeah.
all
We've
around
got
next year.
loads of big birthdays. Yeah, Jim's 60, I'm 50, our Liam's 30, Club's 20.
My God.
Year of celebration.
Yeah.
all
Oh,
going
and
on.
we would have been married 20 years as well, so it's a really big year.
There's a lot going on then.
So we're going to have a big party. And Andy, our manager, is also 50 in the same year. So I'm going to speak to him, see if he wants to have a little party between us.
Yeah.
A little shindig
Yeah.
with dead cheesy, like old music from the 80s. So you won't like it. You won't know any of it, mate.
I am clued up on
Use
Erasure
it
now.
for just Erasure.
Yeah.
We'll just play
Just
Erasure
that
all
one
night
song.
then, yeah.
Came on when we were on the stag do. I was like, I know this song.
Yeah.
Now.
I was just shouting at people.
But you won't sing it as good as me then.
No.
I had some people saying, yeah, you would have got it if she sang it a bit better. I'm like, wow.
No, I wouldn't have.
No, I didn't think you would have got it
I
either.
wouldn't. I'd never heard it in
I
my
thought I was
life.
pretty in tune-ish.
He was.
And you still didn't get it?
Because I got home and I said to Miss G, I was like, play the songs. I must know the songs. She was like, yeah, you will do. And
You
she
still didn't know
I'd
it?
never heard it in my life, no.
Honestly, it's one of the most played songs
Yeah.
ever. We're talking about A Little Respect by Erasure.
I hear
It's-
it everywhere now.
Yeah. Well, you probably were before because it's not your sort of music. You weren't
Yeah.
really taking it in.
Yeah.
But now you see you've got to like take all this in because it could be future homework,
Well, yeah.
future podcasting,
Hey,
and
if
put you
there-
on the spot.
If there was a techno remix to it, I'd
Make one,
probably heard
mate. Make one.
it. It's something I want to
Make
get
it
into, that.
happen. Right, I'm going to send out some long, awkward hugs to our new Patreons, Christina, Laura S, Nat, Delinda. We've actually got 2 Delindas. It's an unusual name, isn't it?
It is
But we've got 2 Delindas, and I
Like
think they're all from Australia. I think they're both from like Australia, New Zealand, I
Hello.
think. And Crazy Tanya.
Just
our new
hanging up on my
Patreons.
brother's phone.
I'm just going to carry on while Ryan and Nancy have a little conversation between themselves.
My brother's trying to phone me. I've just hung up.
Oh,
Sorry.
Watch it live.
Right.
No, it could be anything.
I was going to say something, but I'm not. I'm going to carry on because we're just going to go down a big hole. And it's bad enough with you two.
Go on. Go down the rabbit hole.
No. And a cheeky consensual nipple tweak to our OG 100. Hello, one and all.
I will nipple twist all of them.
Nancy
I'm
nipple
willing to
cripple
do
them
that.
all.
God help them.
Need to get like some t-shirts, some merch with Nancy nipple cripple on.
Yeah.
Get badges. I survived to knit and Nancy
I've been
nipple
really
cripple.
working on the merch.
Yeah.
I've been getting like samples. Good quality stuff. I said it before, I'll say it again. It's coming, but I'm not just going to send any old shit out there.
Fruit
The
of the
t-shirts are going to last longer than a few washes at the end of the day. I don't want mugs that you put them in the dishwasher and like nothing on it.
Yeah.
It's just been washed off. So I'm having things sent out at the moment. And it's a bit of a long, laborious process, I can't lie. But there was a point to what I was saying. What were you saying before? Can't remember. T-shirt or
merch.
something on? Merch? No, can't remember. There was a point. It'll come back to me in a minute. It's gone. Speaking of T-shirts, by the way.
Hello.
What do you think of a new T-shirt, Calvin?
That's it's a lovely t-shirt. It's a lovely shade of
Is
yellow.
everything just
A
fucking
lovely shade of yellow.
It's a lovely yellow.
You're just so
It was
positive,
all
aren't you?
yellow.
He said the sex toy was lovely. So you're saying this is on par with my sex toy?
I reckon lovely is
I'm
a safe
impressed.
word.
Yeah.
You're
Lovely,
impressed that I'm
lovely.
the anal bead tug of war champion? Impressed?
So lovely.
So for those who aren't watching, the listening, I've got a bright yellow T-shirt on today, and it says anal bead tug of war champion. Have you used anal beads?
A long time ago.
I used
Not
anal
for me.
beads a long time ago. I need things that buzz, really.
Yeah, it's not for me.
Anal beads. Have you used anal beads? Do you do any anal?
No.
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 Not a cheeky finger in the bum.
She's got.
You've never had a rimming?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, but
Yeah.
you haven't actually ventured to up the bum yet.
No, we tried it once, but didn't like it. I felt like a puppet.
A finger?
Yeah.
Puppet on a finger. A finger puppet.
I couldn't get out my own head.
You're trying to do like little
This is
noises.
gay.
I was like, she's wearing me like a puppet.
Like sussy and sweep.
Yeah. I like it like round the edge.
Yeah.
Not
Well, it's
in.
nice and sensitive around the edge.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, we all know you love
Don't know what you
bum
mean.
pole stuff.
I know what you mean.
Too much of a
in me.
personal question, Calvin?
Go on.
Do you like a rimming?
I'm
lovely.
okay, you know.
It's lovely. You're okay, you know. So he's pleading the
lovely
fifth on that
word.
one. He's pleading the fifth. He doesn't want to answer that one. That's
Okay.
fine.
Yeah.
Bit of a personal question.
Yeah.
So anal beads, yeah. Years ago, not really that fussed. No, really.
No. We got gifted. I don't know where they came from. Someone just
They
gave
weren't
us.
second hand, were they?
No, it was something someone just passed on because they were like, most people would say they're just for show because they were like fucking, each bead was like a fist.
Yeah.
And they just used to sit there to scare people with. But we handed them over to some friends of ours, Brett and V.
Oh, yeah. As you do.
And now I'm pretty sure they get used.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. I mean, now that I've experienced other things, beads don't really do it for me.
you're meant to rip them out at like just the right time, aren't you?
Yeah. And I have done. And I'm always like a little bit paranoid that something else is going to come flying out with it. Because I'm not being funny. Let's just go back to the picture on the t-shirt.
Go brown.
You can't hear what I'm saying. But the end of the anal bead, it has like a little pointy bit on it.
That's your nipple.
I'm pointing. It's not actually my nipples
Staying in
there.
tits now.
Okay, so anal beads have got like a little pointy end on them. So even if you've douched, my thing is they go quite high. They're about that fucking long, some of them. And the little tiny bead on the end with like a little point. It's just like skewering anything that's up there.
Yeah.
So, you know, for as much as you douche, there's always that little thing in the back of your mind when somebody just goes, whew, there's just like a fucking turd's going to go flying off. A little ollie is going to go flying across the room and hit the cat.
Nug.
Little bum nugget.
So, yeah, I'm not worried about that now because I don't use them.
Yeah.
Anyway, so swiftly moving on. I've just remembered what it was that I was going to talk about. So my t-shirt and my merchandise and everything. I've got somebody in our OG 100 who's looking to do us some badges, little enamel pin badges. Got all sorts planned. But
I love a badge.
one of the things I was doing over the weekend was designing my own BDSM toys.
Oh.
So I've got somebody, I've actually got a few people in mind, but there's one particular person who's doing this side of me range and it's all wooden hissy stuff. And it's going to be really high quality. So really good quality wood, really good quality finishes, maybe some unusual materials in there that you might not have seen before in toys. In my head. So I've got this new thing on my super duper laptop, which has got like a stylus pen, which I can draw on. Oh. So I've been designing all my own BDSM toys to send over to the creator, and he's going to have a little go. And
You've been planning this for a while, haven't you?
well, I've been wanting to make my own toys for years, actually, but it was finding the right person to do it who could make the standard that I wanted.
Yeah.
Because loads of people that make toys out there, but I'm not 100% happy with the standard. And this guy knows that, look, this has got to be like finished perfectly because it represents me. And, you know, not being funny, like, but it's got to be perfect. And he's totally on board. And I really like his stuff. I already use some of his stuff. So, yeah, I've been designing my own bits and bobs. It's really good to go from like a complete like blank canvas and try and put some things down that I would use.
Yeah.
And it's going to have my name on it as well as theirs. So it's just going to be a custom collection made to order. So it's not going to be available on the open market.
Yeah.
It's just going to be available to order.
Hope boss.
Exciting.
That'd be good
So
though.
dead excited about that. So I'm sure you're all thinking that because we've got Ryan on, it's going to be just like, well, it already has been. Nancy and Ryan having their own little thing going
What does
on.
she mean?
But, you know, a laugh a minute and all that.
Don't even know what
But
she's
we
saying.
thought we would throw you all a curveball instead and have a little discussion instead.
Yeah.
Serious-ish, but, you know, most of our discussions don't end out being serious. It might start out that way. It tends to descend, doesn't it, really? So this has come off the back of a book that I was given years ago. I'm not going to say the guy's name. He's come into the club. And I don't know why at the time he gave me this book. There must have been a reason. He must have seen something. I don't know. But he said that he was given this book by somebody. And this person said, read it. And he said, I think it's going to help you. It might mean something to you. And when you find somebody else who might benefit from the book, pass it on. So that's what he did.
Got you.
He passed it on to me. And Calvin's got a picture of the book and it's called The 5 People You Meet in Heaven. There you go. And it's cheap as well. So, I don't know how many years ago I was given it now, quite a long time ago, maybe about 6 or 7 years ago. And I've kept it. I've got the hard copy of the book, but I've also listened to it on Audible. It's a bit more expensive on Audible. And I've been waiting to find somebody who I think might benefit from the book. And there's lots of people. I'm like, I can't give it to everybody. I can, because I'm going to tell you all about it now. And even though it might be something that doesn't touch you now, there might be a time in your life you think you might benefit from this. I'm going to tell you what it's all about. You like books as well. I think you're going to enjoy this. So instead of just giving the book to one person, I'm hopefully going to give the book to tens of thousands of you. And I'd love to hear your feedback on it if you listen or read it. Now, Audible, I think it's about $7.99, something like that. But it's narrated by the actual author. I think his name is Mitch Albom, is it? I think Mitch Albom. He actually narrates it, and because he's so familiar with the story, he really tells it from the heart, and all the rises and falls of his voice are in the right place. So you really get the essence of where the story comes from because he's narrated it. It's really good. So, what's it all about? Well, it's quite literal. Sorry, just a quick slurp of my tea. So the 5 people you meet in heaven. At first, I was like, oh God, this isn't going to be religion, is it? Because you know me. No. Agnostic. I don't really follow anything, really. But it's not. Heaven is an afterlife in the book, and it's not no pearly gates and all that. I think he mentions God once, but not in a religious context. Basically, in somebody that might sort of oversee heaven. Mm-hmm. Yeah. But there's no religious context to it whatsoever. So if you don't follow religion or you're not really into that shit, don't worry, it's not about that. And the book starts at the beginning of this man's life, and his name is Eddie, and he's 83. I'm not going to tell you lots and lots about it because I want you to read it. But it starts when he dies, and I'm not going to tell you how he dies. But he's basically immediately in the afterlife and how he sees the afterlife. And again, I'm not going to tell you about what it looks like for him. But the whole idea of it is that he thinks that his life has been meaningless. He works as a maintenance man on a fairground on a pier. And he's done it all of his life. His dad did it. He tried to get away from the family business, but his mum got ill and he got drawn back into it. And much to his disgust, he didn't want to go back. And he just thinks that he didn't have kids. He had this job, the same job all of his life, and he's died. And he's like, well, what was the point in that? What the fuck? Why was I even there? And the 5 people that he meets in heaven are people that either he has touched in some way and made a difference to their life, or they have made a difference to his life in some one way or another. And there's one person he never even met, but they still had an influence on his life. And so it's a really nice lesson, actually. And even if you think that your life is really insignificant and nothing really special has happened in your life, or somebody has passed and you think that, their life has been wasted for whatever reason, maybe bad choices, or they were young, or they were killed suddenly, or whatever. This book is basically giving us all a lesson that even if you're on the earth for just a very short time or a long time, or you've just done one job all your life, or you've just been a mum, you've made a difference. And your place on this earth has actually influenced lots and lots of different things without you even knowing it. And sometimes one little decision that you make has a massive impact on your life and everybody around it. And so the book is all about actually appreciating that even though you might be one little insignificant person on this earth with billions of people, you will make a difference at some point in your life. You will make a difference. It's not an if or a maybe. Something in your life is going to make a difference to people around you. Is that your stomach again?
Yeah. That was a long one.
So when I read this book first, I don't know whether it was quite the right time, I think, for me to read it. I enjoyed it. It's very easy. It jumps back a little bit. So you follow his journey after he died, and you also follow his journey from when he was born, but they don't go into that too much. It's just little significant birthdays. It says today is Eddie's birthday and he's 32. And there's something that has happened around that time that he didn't even think of. and he's gone, oh, okay, yeah, I remember that, but I didn't think it was important. Or he's met somebody along the way who he's thought about for years and years and years and didn't know what happened to them. And he's met them in the afterlife. Oh yeah, we're talking ghosts and something's just rattled behind us. Calvin, have you got a ghost in the studio, mate?
Did that just fall down?
It's Dylan. That's where they're keeping him.
Something's just happened behind us.
That is that always missing, or is that just fell off?
Oh.
Something's just happened in the studio. We're talking about afterlife and a noise has just happened. Right,
Can't
play
see if
that
it does
back.
it again.
Look for orbs, Calvin.
Yeah.
Anyway, not right now, obviously, because we're right in the middle of our podcast. So, but I have read and I've listened to this book again. Now, when I listened to it, it just got me in the feels. I don't know what it was about listening to it, because I don't often do that. I like to read like you. I like to see the letters on the page. There's something organic about it. But this, it was really good and it got me. And I don't know whether it's because I'm a certain time of my life or I've got somebody close to me at the moment who's not very well. He's been on my mind a lot. So I don't know whether it's all that, but it got me. And so it's been the right time for me to read it. And that's why I want to share it. And it's not a sad book at all, actually. It's a celebration of life. And it's telling us that we should all be celebrating our lives. And even the bad times, when you look back on them, actually have had a positive rippling effect somewhere. So, my question to you all is, do you believe in heaven?
I don't think so.
In a word, I would say no.
Yeah.
I would like to believe after you've died that you are reunited with like people from your past or family members and stuff. I don't think there's big pearly gates where you go and sit on a cloud and no.
How about you?
I'd like to think something like that would be true. But I believe that your soul stays here.
Okay.
And it might
Like a
not.
ghost.
Yeah, sort of, yeah. However, it might not be the next available body. It might be a few hundred years.
So
but-
reincarnation.
Yeah,
So you believe that your soul stays and you jump in another body.
Yeah,
Like Scooby-Doo
yeah.
Scooby-Doo.
with a fire
These
around.
meddling kids.
Oh my God. Oh, meddling. I thought you said he's meddling with kids.
To be fair,
Scooby-Doo, if you've been watching the Triple X version.
half the Scooby-Doo villains did. Didn't they?
Nonsense.
So, Calvin, do you believe in heaven?
I don't think I do, no. Probably agnostic.
No, I'm agnostic.
I don't think I could call myself an atheist.
No.
But no, not in a sort of...
In the literal sense.
Yeah.
That's why I liked this book, because I thought if somebody's going to try and ram this fucking shit down my throat, I'm not going to last a minute. You know what I'm like. And it's not. It's just a really nice, gentle way of approaching what happens after your life. And actually, you shouldn't be waiting until a possible afterlife to do that reflection. You should be doing that now.
Yeah.
Actually, that's sort of what the story it's telling. I'm not too sure about heaven. I don't know. The older I'm getting, the more I'm thinking it's just it, when you die. I don't want to think that way. I don't. I want to think that there's something afterwards. Otherwise, what is the fucking point of all this, really?
Just have a good time.
Well, yeah, it makes you think, actually, you should just be living your life now and doing whatever the fuck you want, because if there isn't any other chances, then what a waste that's been.
Yep.
But I'd like to think that there's something. I'd like to think that there's maybe... I'm quite sensitive to things, so I believe sometimes that I've picked up on stuff that people might think are spiritual. I don't know. It might just be that you've just got a sixth sense for things around you. I want to think that the people that I've loved are still around and watching when I'm not shagging and shitting.
At the same time.
No comment. But I don't know, actually, because I am quite scientific. There's just no real proof.
Yeah.
And, agnostic, you need proof. You need proof that there's something there before you believe. You're not ruling it out.
Yeah.
There could be something there, but until you give me something, some proof, don't know. So the older I'm getting, I shouldn't be like that. I should be thinking, there's life after death, because, I'm knocking on. And if I die, I'm going to haunt the fuck out of you. No, actually, the older I'm getting, I'm thinking, no, this could be it. When I go, that's it. And so actually, I'm now
just
thinking,
dead.
I'm doing what I want to do, because there might not
Cram
be a
as much
second
stuff
chance.
in as you can, yeah.
So what do you think about this whole idea of having an impact on other people's lives? Because we do, don't we? But I just don't think we appreciate that.
When you were saying that, then when I done a white collar camp, when we done the fight at the end, someone came up to Sheree and was like, your husband's the only reason I stayed through this camp and I've got in the ring. Like, he picked me up every class and just fucking pushed me to keep going. I was like, I just turn up and be nice and call him an knobhead. I was like, you don't realise,
But
do you?
sometimes just being that knobhead is enough, isn't it? You need someone who's just...
Yeah. No, absolutely.
100%.
Now, I get a lot of messages. I sort of share some of them with you, don't I? People who have said, thank God for your podcast.
Yeah.
And I have said it before, but I don't know, I've had a few recently. There was one particular guy, and he sort of got me a bit worried, actually. He wasn't in a very good place. And he just said, you know what, just watching your podcast just gives me a bit of escapism, gets me out of my head. And even your serious subjects sometimes are lighthearted and it just gives me a smile. And when we started out on this thing, it was just us producing a good quality podcast, staying true to ourselves, subjects that we were interested in. And now actually we've got this following across the world who are completely committed to it.
Yeah.
They tune in, week out, they talk about it, they recommend it to their friends, and they tune into us when they're having a bad day. Even when they've watched episodes before, I have people saying, I go back to a certain episode because when I'm having a bad day, I know that one's going to cheer me up.
Yeah.
And that makes me feel really nice, actually. And I don't really have moments where I'm like, what is the point of my life? I've had children, and I've done things in my life. I feel like I've had a purpose. But even with the podcast, I'm thinking, God, even this, just this, there's probably loads and loads of people out there that we're making a difference to and we don't know.
Yeah.
And so what I want to say about this book and this conversation is if you're having a bad time, don't ever think that you're insignificant. Everybody is significant and fucking hell, what is going on with our set? There's a ghost. Did you
Or
hear
a
that?
fucking rat.
Right. I'm trying to have a fucking poignant moment and there's a ghost rattling behind us. So if you're feeling like you're insignificant and life is tough and that things aren't worth living for, or you're just like, I'm just a cleaner. I've been a cleaner and it's fucking hard and people rely on you. No job is not important. If you've been a mum or a dad, you've brought people into the world who are also going to make a difference. Everybody is significant and has a place. So please don't think that. And if you ever get to that point and you're thinking, what's the point? I'll pick this book up and it'll remind you actually that you are important. We're all important. Yeah. Amen to that.
Yeah.
So five we meet in heaven.
I'm like a really big believer in, people go out and they do these like tiny acts of kindness. I think silly things like that, like literally paying for the coffee of the person behind you in the drive-through. I think tiny things like that really do make the biggest difference.
Oh, they do, yeah.
They do, because you don't know actually what sort of day that person's having.
Yeah.
And it could be that they're at breaking point and they're just, really at the end of the tether, and that coffee could be getting swilled down a whole shitload of paracetamol. Yeah. Who knows?
Yeah.
Who knows?
Yeah.
And you buying that coffee for that person might make them just go, oh, fuck, okay, there's somebody who's just done that for me. Who am I?
Yeah. And then they pass it on and someone else has passed it on.
Yeah. So
I think that's really nice.
Yeah.
It's like when people film the videos, you go in the comment section, you're like, oh, fucking, it doesn't count because you're filming it for clout. And it's like, well, no, because then that inspires loads of people.
Other people to do
it. When I watch one of them videos, all I want to do is go out and buy butties for the homeless and stuff like that. So
Absolutely.
There's a guy on TikTok who just buys only cheap flowers, literally, a pound at Aldi.
Yeah.
And he goes around and he just says to like all the old ladies, oh, you hold them all the time you show. I'm there for you, have a beautiful day.
Just walks off.
And they just...
But the camera stays on the album.
Yeah, and they just, it lights them up.
Yeah.
Yeah, totally does. It totally does.
Yeah.
We should do a padded cell version.
A what?
Padded
cell version of paying it forward.
Yeah.
That could be a nice little paper.
Should we hang condoms out round town?
Condoms and anal beads.
Walk around like that. Free boobs.
Sachet of lube.
Push one kits.
Right, I want to hear or see or whatever this fucking thing is. Your dangly bit. Oh my God.
So, just for context, if this does turn out shit, these aren't the ones I wanted.
Okay.
I couldn't find the ones I wanted.
Okay.
But I have done a bit of research after I ordered them, and
Oh, shit.
they should tick the box.
Okay, so we don't know what this is. Ryan has brought something for our
no.
Dangly Bit.
Fuck off.
So these
You've
are
made me jealous go already.
Joe's Super Sour Challenge. Which are these?
I hate sour things.
Are they the popping things as well? No, thank God for that.
Nice little ball to put in your mouth.
So are they... I don't do sour, mate.
I hate sour. It's making me go already. Like,
Now, but
can the rest of the set just collapse on us, please?
I can't see anything that's fallen though, can you?
I don't know whether something fell from there.
right.
Like what? Anyway,
Shut
right,
up,
sorry.
we're doing the Dangly Bit.
Yeah, go on.
So that's them.
Have you washed your hands?
What one do you want?
None.
You got to pick one.
I'll have a blue one.
You have them blue.
Okay. Do you know what flavours these are?
I've no idea. I'm going to have green.
Are we going to... Yeah, Calvin.
Give Calvin one.
Oh no, I'm okay, thank you.
No.
Come on.
Come on, Dylan had to eat a pickle.
Full experience. Dylan had to eat pickle.
Come on then.
Is he going to be able to speak after this? Are we going to be able to speak after this?
I don't think so.
Should we do it all at once though? Because none of us are going to be able to speak. Okay, come on. let's do
15,
it.
15
need more
seconds
drink.
is apparently.
All it takes. Okay. If we can't speak, I'm going to spit it out into my teacup.
Are we going?
You ready? 3,
Two,
2, 1.
Oh my God. Oh, it burned my tongue.
Come on. No.
Oh my God.
No!
You're bad.
That's a bit. What's in my nose?
Oh,
Mate,
Oh my God.
I've actually got no words. Your face.
My tongue's burning.
That was worse than Turkey Dinosaur face. She's actually sucking her lips in there. Forehead's not moving though, love. You're all right.
Yeah.
The forehead's still fine.
it's all right now.
Are you actually
nice now it's
chewing
gone.
and eating it?
I just want to beat Ryan.
Jesus.
But the more you suck it, the quicker it goes.
Yeah, no, don't like that. Sorry, thank you. No. What? So does it say on the packet what flavours they were supposed to be?
No.
I think this
Just
is cola.
rancid.
So apparently, like, the challenge,
I've still got that. Because I'm
you
Malteser.
meant to have one 15 seconds, put another one in until you've got all four in your mouth.
Why would you do that?
I don't know. But the ones I wanted to get, a black sour Megadeth or something they're called.
Meg-
Seen that on
Megadeth.
TikTok.
Yeah, which are meant to be worse than these. So
I'll
I'll
just be
get,
deceased.
I'll get them
Oh,
next
it's making
time.
me sweat. Oh,
Once all the sour's gone,
yeah, it's
lovely.
okay now. Tastes like cola.
It's making you sweat. Do you remember that song years ago? Girl, I wanna make you sweat. Sweat till you can't sweat no more.
Erasure.
No.
And if you cry out, I'm gonna push some more.
Oh my God, my lips.
Girl, I'm gonna make you sweat. No? Okay.
It's
I
hurting
think
me
it was
teeth.
Aswad or something. Can't remember now who it was. Anyway, thank you for that face-pulling dangly bit.
I can't wait to see. I couldn't watch your face because my eyes were shut for half
Do you
of
know
it,
what?
but-
I could actually feel all the tension and tendons in my neck doing that. It was that bad. You were getting the full-on neck thing going on.
Is this going to surprise us in the middle? And be sour again in the middle.
Oh, it might be, mightn't it?
Bite it.
You've got to do your bit next, so you better get sucking.
Don't know if I can.
Sucking and chewing. You can bottom me mug. Mate, it's actually done funny things to me tea. It's that bad. It's
Oh my
done
God.
weird shit to me tea. Okay.
It's not as bad, but it's just a little bit.
Right, Nance, you've got to do your bit, love, so get chewing.
Cracky.
I can't bite it.
my God.
Yeah, do you want to spit it out into the thing?
There's like little fizzy
Is it sherbet in the middle? Do
Yeah, but it's like sour sherbet.
you want to spit it out?
I can hear that fizzing.
Oh, you can. Right, I'm going to approach the
Drink it.
microphone. Hang on. I don't think you can hear the fizzing from this thing. That is just disgusting, mate. Thanks for that. Nance, love, we've got like 10 minutes.
You fed
Hold
me
on.
a sweaty cabbage or whatever it was.
You
Sweaty
gave me
cabbage.
milk, you cunt. Just said cunt really
I
loud.
think that was me, but Calvin fucked off.
I think Calvin's just gone to vomit. He's gone. We've got no producer. Oh, here he is.
I bet you blue roll if you need. Just spit it out.
I was going to say, where's your
I
sex
don't
toy?
spit, Calvin.
Thought he fucked off with it.
I know, yeah, I thought Calvin was going to have a little 5 minutes with me sex toy.
Oh, did you hear my stomach then? It went, "Rrr."
Are you going to be capable of doing your bit?
Probably not. We'll just carry on talking.
Is it that bad?
Yeah.
Is he going to create a fart?
No, but my stomach's not liking it.
Would you like to go off and give it a...
Do you need
throw up?
Do you need a poot poot?
I think she needs a vom. This could be a first on
Having
podcasting.
palpitations.
What?
Your stomach's having palpitations. Oh,
Would you like me to...
do you
do you want me to do your second for you?
oh.
Okay, so that's the first time a Dangly Bit's ever, like, stopped you in your tracks.
I can feel a burp brewing. Can you wind me?
Wind you.
Burp.
If you did that to me, I'd fart.
Is it coming?
Go on, bring it up.
I can't see my
Best it
vomit.
out the name.
Oh no, it's gone. I felt like I could feel it coming up, and then it went.
Right then.
Oh no! Did you hear it growl though? It just didn't come out the mouth. It just went. "Rrr."
Put my mic down there.
Calvin, can you hear that?
I can hear something.
Oh my
I
God.
think I've got a demon.
A demon. Is it with teeth?
Oh,
You need an exorcism.
Yeah, definitely do.
Or a
Anyway,
Rennie.
have you heard that thing? Pardon me for being so rude. It was not me, it was my food. It just popped up to say hello and now it's gone back down below.
yeah.
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 So keep it down just for 8 minutes to do your
It's
segment.
really
Nance.
trying to come out.
You're like edging a burp, yeah.
I can't do it.
Anyway,
Edged by a burp. So,
we've got for us, kid.
it was just a little bit about Appalachian folklore.
Okay.
So,
Appalachian.
yeah.
Get you, big word.
Yeah, I might have had to Google how to pronounce it.
Is it coming?
So, I might leave some of it because obviously we've only got
10 minutes.
10 minutes. But Appalachian folklore is like all myths and legends and like traditions and stuff in that region.
Ryan's like, what's the region?
So southern New York to northern Alabama is where the Appalachian, it's mountains and stuff,
Yeah,
isn't
yeah,
it? Like a
the
big mountain
mountains,
range.
Yeah.
But there's like loads of stories and legends. So Jack Tales are a series of folk
That's
tales
just bad.
around a character named Jack. Apparently he's like a little local legend. The Bell Witch, loads of like ghost stories and stuff about the Bell Witch. And then the other one is the Mothman, which is a massive coincidence because I think, was it last time we filmed and I said, oh no, we'll leave it.
Yeah. And it was the Mothman that you were going to do.
Yeah,
And then
it
this
was
turned
Mothman.
up.
And then the next day she puts Mothman in the chat.
Oh, yeah.
That is.
Sounds like a door creaking.
Thank God for that.
So I'm going to skip loads of this.
But we're going to do Mothman.
But here's a little story about the Mothman. So in the small town of Point Pleasant, West Virginia, it was 1966. Here he is, front and centre. So the year was marked by an eerie and terrifying series of events that would leave its residents shaken and wary. It all began on a crisp November evening when two young couples, Roger and Linda, and Steve and Mary, decided to take a drive through an old TNT area. So it was a remote part of town, abandoned World War II, like munitions and stuff bunkers. So they were driving along, laughing and joking and stuff, having conversations, and then everything went silent because what have you
I've got
done
one
to
brewing
us?
as well. I don't know what you've done.
There it is. At least we're not farting. That could be worse. So all at these, the four of them in the car laughing and joking, and then they just seen a pair of glowing red eyes, like our little Mothman there, in the middle of the road ahead. So Roger slowed the car down, and the headlights illuminated the creature, and everyone in the car was paralysed with shit in their pants or burping. Apparently Mothman stood over 6 foot tall, had a little humanoid shape.
It's not very human.
It's not, well, some humans I've seen.
Wow, content. Fucking hell, mate. I'd surgery, have you?
So 6 foot tall, humanoid shape with large bat-like wings folded against its back. And the eyes were apparently hypnotic, piercing through the night with an otherworldly glow about them.
Okay.
I mean, he looks like a very cute version of what this is describing.
I've seen the real Mothman. I haven't seen the real Mothman, obviously. But it's a myth. It's a myth.
Myth.
But I've seen pictures and he looks a bit mean.
Yeah.
This little guy. He's cute.
So Roger slammed on the gas, speeding down the road to escape, but the creature took flight effortlessly, keeping pace with the car.
Doesn't want to stand up.
And its wings making a big whooshing sound like a giant moth. So apparently they reported everything. And it was just sort of laughed off, like, no, couldn't possibly be.
Pissed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're just talking shit. They're high, whatever. So they went and reported it, and as much as people were sceptical, they decided to investigate. Over the next few days, more sightings were reported. A contractor named Newell claimed that he saw the creature on the roof of the barn, and his TV started doing strange, like, white noise and all of that shit. And his dog Bandit ran off into the night, never to be seen again. So sightings of Mothman continued. And Point Pleasant was gripped by, like, either people going out looking because they're curious or too scared to go out.
Yeah.
Apparently, harbinger of doom. And an undiscovered species, or people even said aliens. But
It all goes down to aliens.
yeah.
Doesn't it?
So all the speculation, everything
Pyramids.
brought like researchers and everything from across the country. And then the sightings culminated in a very tragic event on December 15th in 1967. So the Silver Bridge, which connected Point Pleasant to, what does that say? Gallipolis?
Gallipolis.
Gallipolis. The Golly Lobby Lapalus.
Yeah. It collapsed during rush hour, and loads of vehicles and stuff went into the waters of the Ohio River. 46 people died. And in the aftermath of the disaster, everyone claimed that there was a Mothman on the bridge.
He's supposed to have been seen before big disasters or things like that.
Yeah. So after the bridge collapse, that was
Probably like the Grim Reaper.
everything dwindled. Yeah. So yeah, that's the Mothman.
Wow.
One of the stories of what he was
Similar
up to.
shape to what they're describing.
Have you heard of Mothman before?
No.
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 He is supposed to be a harbinger of doom, so supposedly turns up at the scene of like devastating events,
Yeah.
crashes,
Yeah.
all that kind of thing. And millions of people now are supposed to have seen Mothman. And he doesn't look like that. He does look more humanoid, doesn't he? But with maybe
Yeah,
like
so
an
like the
alien
actual
type
pictures
of-
and stuff are
Yeah. But
bit
I mean,
more grim, isn't it? Like
Yeah.
the cloaked.
definitely
Yeah.
like a Grim
Cloaked
Reaper
dark figure.
type of thing.
Yeah.
Like a Nazgul from Lord of the Rings sort of figure.
Yeah.
But I mean, to believe in the Grim Reaper, you've got to believe in the rest of it, haven't you? I'm not too sure about that.
Yeah.
Tap you on the shoulder. Let's go.
So bitch, where we going?
A bit of demon dick.
I'd probably be like, okay, where we go?
Party.
Can I hold your side?
Pick me. Hey, does that out when you hit your people with it?
Get that in me bag.
Like a bit of blood
That's really
wine.
weird that we had the Mothman through and then and you've had that story.
But there's quite some fun stories, like maybe not fun is a weird word for it, but interesting stories
Interesting, yeah.
about all the folklore and
I
stuff.
love a bit of lore.
Yeah.
I do.
Love it.
I get quite pulled into it.
And do you know what? A lot of lore actually isn't real necessarily, but it's based on old stories which have been brought to life by great grandparents, you know.
Yeah.
Probably like the Bogeyman now.
Yeah.
So a lot of them are old stories which have just been passed down and adapted and stuff. But I love all that, you know, it's what makes it more interesting,
I
doesn't
love
it?
that.
Yeah. There's some interesting stuff about the Bell Witch, so
Yeah.
maybe we'll
A future
revisit it.
episode.
Yeah.
You can be the queen of lore.
Yeah. We need to get Dylan back on because his Irish folklore was fun, wasn't it?
Was, yeah. Well, hopefully, we don't know yet. Hopefully we're getting Dylan on for our year episode.
52,
hopefully. We're just clearing it with Jacob.
12 weeks to go.
Before we finish, we've got a couple of minutes left. Tell you what, we're getting pretty good on the Alzheimer's now. Don't think we've had the fart buzzer either.
Time for another sweet.
I did press it.
Did you? Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I was obviously enthralled.
We were
at the
distracted
time.
by the fucking ceiling clock.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We just find out what that was. So, fetish factoid.
Oh, my tongue's
Calvin,
Hello.
do you know or could you guess what
You know.
baby birding is?
I think that is. I'm going to go with regurgitating food into people's mouths.
Well done. Maybe not regurgitating, because that'd be like eating vomit, wouldn't it?
Chewing and spitting.
It's chewing and spitting. Yeah, chewing and spitting. So I was reading around this. I'd say, I'm sure we've all fed our partner, sexy and all the rest of it. I'm like, yeah, I think. With your mouth, and I'm like,
No.
And then it went, so it wouldn't surprise you to learn about this kink. So basically, it's not just feeding your partner with their mouth, it's chewing their food and spitting it into their mouth like a baby bird. And it's a DS thing. It's not just like a sexy thing. It's like a dominant feeding their submissive from the mouth. No.
Your kink's not my kink.
Now, you know what my thing is with food. So I am one of them really weird, stupid, anal people who doesn't like the food mixed on the plate. So if I have like curry and rice, fine, it's supposed to go together. But a roast dinner, when somebody goes to carvery and they just pile all the stuff and then put gravy, I nearly have a fucking heart attack looking at it. I'm just like, my head just falls
Take
off.
it for a
I
coffee
was
now.
going to say, can we take it to a carvery for a birthday?
Strap me to the chair and make me like matchsticks for
CN
my eyes, making me
CN
watch
Carvery.
it. Or you could do it and then you could chomp loudly in front of Nance. So both of us could be
could get
strapped
yous
to a
both.
chair. Yeah.
I'll make them.
If you haven't watched one of our Patreons or Room 101s, Nancy doesn't like people that eat loud and chomp and go, yum, 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 and all that. Yeah. So I don't like my food being mixed on my plate. If it's not supposed to be mixed, don't mix it. And when I went on my cruise, I actually shared a picture in our group because I was delighted that I found a breakfast bar that had separation plates. And I had me scrambled egg in one, my beans in another. I was fucking in heaven. I was like, this cruise has just been made for me. It's great. So this whole thing of somebody else chewing food and then spitting in my mouth, I would rather eat shit.
No.
What about drinks? Is that different?
I've had people spitting drinks into my mouth.
Yeah.
I've done that.
We got Mrs. Stupid, didn't we?
Yeah, we did.
We were just missing on purpose.
Ended up just spitting water all over.
She had a white nurse's outfit on.
And you just spat drink all over the white uniform. I would have gone nuts, mate.
Covered in Dr. Pepper.
No, would have gone nuts. So would you do baby birding, Calvin?
I'm okay,
You don't
I think
fancy
I'm
that?
I think
You
I'm
don't
You
think
can
it's
chew your
lovely?
own.
I think it's not as horrible.
Not lovely.
Not lovely.
It's just a thought of somebody else's saliva mixing in with
no,
because the digestive process starts in your mouth. So somebody else has partially digested your food for you. And then they're going to spit the mulch into your mouth with their saliva and whatever else it is.
I mean, this could work for me because I could chew the food, but then not have to swallow it. So my stomach doesn't like it.
So you'd be the chewy.
I'd have to be the chewer.
No, the chewer.
Yeah.
Okay. I don't think Sid'd be the chewy.
I don't like spitting though, so.
No, I don't like gollying. I've done it when I've
swallow
been
it.
running, but when someone just gollies for the sake of it, like,
Yeah.
no.
That's it.
No. Anyway, so baby birding is not for me because I won't even mix my food on a plate, never mind in somebody else's mouth. No, thank you.
I do like to get a bit of everything all in the same mouthful.
I do. I'm a mixer.
And like a bit of meat, bit of spud,
Yeah.
bit of veg,
Do you,
scoop of gravy,
I know you don't eat mackies, but chips on a burger.
No.
chips and a milkshake.
Ooh, it's good.
Why do you do that?
Chips and milkshake on a
Fuck off, you
burger.
don't actually dip your chips in a milkshake.
I haven't done it for a long time, but I have
People
done it.
do. It's a dead normal thing
Why?
because it tastes good.
It's nice,
Like a strawberry milkshake
Yeah.
with a chip.
It's nice to mix a hot and cold.
Yeah.
It,
There's
Class.
Do you
actually
not agree?
It's class.
do you know the ice cream shop in New Brighton,
Yeah.
the nice one.
Yeah.
They used to do a bowl of chips with a scoop of ice cream on.
Ice cream. Yeah. It's
It's the
solid.
same thing. Yeah, but it melts
Solid
on the chips.
milkshake is ice cream.
It's milk though, isn't it? I know ice cream is best got that's sweetened. But
Yeah, but
milk.
it's ice cream mix. The milkshake's not milk.
No, sorry, no. No. Not dipping my chips in nothing apart from my mouth.
Oh my God.
And on that note,
So, if you've binge watching, get eat your chips.
with your milkshake.
See you in 5. If not, we'll see you next week. Bye.
Bye.
See you in 10 weeks.
And there we have it. Another day made better by listening to the curators of chaos. Thanks for dropping by. And if you enjoyed the show, we'd really appreciate you sharing your love for the Pad to Sell podcast with your friends. Don't forget, give us a follow on our socials, maybe leave us some 5-star reviews, and feel free to send us an email to medic@the-pad-to-sell-podcast, or even interact with us on Facebook, Insta, and our other socials, because we love chatting to you. Be sure to stop by next week because, as Bowie says, I don't know where I'm going next, but I promise it won't be boring. Catch you soon.